Hello, so this is a review of Morbius after just seeing it because I was like so blown away. I cannot believe that, not blown away as in I thought that it was the best movie of all time. I'm more blown away that the fact that they give this movie a 17%. I really don't know what movie these people watch that it gets a 17%. It was really a good movie. Like as in it was entertaining. I'm really like more floored than anything else that they would even. Again, it was good. I actually liked this part of the Marvel universe more than the current one that's going on for the fact that I don't know where this is gonna go for like the post credit scenes and the mid credit scene and there are plenty of other ways tying it into the Venom universe and potentially the Amazing Spider-Man universe, which I think it's basically set in. I don't know. I think that they were just waiting to see for Andrew Garfield and No Way Home's performance and see how people liked it before putting in. But it has the newspaper referencing the Daily Bugle in the Amazing Spider-Man universe since Black Cat and Rhino were in there, and Black Cat. I don't know if he was in the Raimi universe, or she was in the Raimi universe, but it was pretty much about to be planned, but they never really did anything with that. But the only other one's the Amazing Spider-Man universe, unless they're trying to set up. Well, he clearly doesn't take place in the MCU because he's in the Venom universe, which is a different universe. So it's either Andrew Garfield or they're casting a new one, which I would doubt. But hey, it's still possible. Yeah, I thought that it was very. I would say that it's a good movie as in it's enjoyable. I definitely recommend watching it if you're even somewhat curious. If you like the Venom movies, you'll definitely like this. I thought it was a much needed change of pace where Jared Leto is an intelligent character who is like for the first half of the movie, the first third of the movie, he's being intelligent, he's being scientific, he's doing experiments, he's not quipping every 5 seconds talking about stupid crap that doesn't need to be talked about. For example, the first scene, he's fixing a machine that was harming his friend Milo, and he just silently opened it and fixed it. It wouldn't have even happened in the MCU. He would be like, "Oh man, this is a spring. This sucks." And look at the fucking uh look at the camera like he's pause what they're doing in a serious moment. He fixed the problem and he got it done. I thought the action was a little outdated, but nothing like nothing that wasn't entertaining enough. I think that this 68, which is honestly nearing 70, I mean that's more realistic. I mean I didn't think it was like a perfect movie. I definitely thought it was worth the watch. The hour and 44 minutes is not really an hour 44 minutes. Milo's character, who's Matt Smith, I think is the name of the actor, is very good. He is hamming it up. He is having a good time. Jared Leto is a good actor as Morbius, and at the end, he actually starts to really look like Morbius from like the '90s cartoon show. So, I mean, aside from the weird, wonky CGI, I don't think anything else was too bad. I thought all the actors were really good. It teases a potential Morbius 2 if this ever does good, and I think this was um kind of got hit in a bad way for all the editing it had to do, but it even sets up the Venom verse a lot better. It gives a lot of like I said, it's the newspaper and all that stuff. When Jared Leto's confronting some thugs, he says it's jokingly, "I am Venom." He also has these two FBI agents after him, which is a good way to tie the universe together since they said, "Hey, we were after Venom in San Francisco," and now they can say now Kravinoff is doing something. It's a good way to tie it together. I don't think it's cringy. I don't think it wasn't done out of anything stupid. I thought it was a good movie. I don't know what movie these people watched if they're giving a 17%. Like, I mean, have you seen the other Marvel movies? Did you watch Elektra? I know it's like it's so weird seeing everyone on YouTube just say that this is like the worst movie that they've ever even seen. I mean, like they're saying this is like the worst movie they've ever seen. Not oh, this movie's a little bad. They're saying it's the worst. And then I think most of it harkens on the fact that the post credit scene is cringy, is what they say, where he comes out, but you already know that. So he just comes out in the new Vulture suit. I know it's very small. I just have to, I mean, there's no other way for me to talk about it. I have no video of that.
Thanks for meeting me, Doc. I've been reading about you. Listening. Wasn't sure how I got here. Has to do with Spider-Man, I think. I'm still figuring this place out, but I think a bunch of guys like us should team up and do some good. Intriguing.
Yeah, I mean, it was like, hey, let's team up. Good. I'm interested in where it's gonna go, and I think it'll be fine. I think that they need the next movie to completely tie it in. Give it give give Craven the Spider-Man post-credit scene where it just cuts to the Oscorp building from the Andrew Garfield universe and has it has that version of Peter Parker warp back in, and he's like, you know, or in Venom 3, whatever comes first, I don't know, but I really don't understand what movie they watched where this is a 17, but oh yeah, Black Widow was a 79%. Like, no, Black Widow was 2.5 hours of boring nothingness, and I will say Morbius is actually was there were a few horror scenes I was actually kind of scared by, as well as Morbius is like a good. I actually really appreciate this anti-hero universe in quotes where it feels like Morbius will just he could just kill someone without a second thought, even though he doesn't throughout the movie. He There's a point where when he's attacking the thugs and he says, "Who are you? I'm Venom." He grabs the dude's hand and just starts breaking it. Like, that would never happen in the Marvel universe, nor would other things that for example, the bullies in the beginning are just so it's weird because it's nice seeing these Sony isms where the bullies are so comedically stupid it loops around to being funny where they're just making fun. I mean, they're literally beating the crap out of a crippled kid. It's just like it loops around to being hilarious. It has those weird like Venom moments where it's like he's eating a lobster in a tank, It's I have I have never I don't understand why people are trashing it this. I mean, it's not I can understand if you never liked Venom, you won't like this, but I think that it was a fine movie. Fine. It was definitely better than the other Marvel movies that have been coming out lately, and especially the other Marvel projects. Also, I would go out and say that the Venom verse movies are more entertaining than like half of the MCU. I will at least be able to recall what happened in Morbius. I cannot tell you a single thing that happened in either Thor movie. I can recall like some vague details about the Eternals, but Eternals is 2 hours and 40 minutes, and that's better than Morbius. Like, no, it's not. Like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. No, it's not better than Morbius. It's Morbius is fine. It's a good 1 hour, 40 minute. The whole goal was to make it entertaining. I'm liking the Sony puts entertainment over the exact same movie thing, like the exact same movie. Yeah, certified. And then where's the search movies? Yeah, let superhero. So this gets a 17%. Oh, hey, superhero movie. I guess it doesn't give you. Ghost Rider? Oh yeah, 18% and 26%. Like some of these are just I think it's just so bizarre cuz like in the Venom universe, this is what makes Venom much better than like the Eternals is because Venom right here is fighting Carnage and he's just like we need fire or sound and then just yeet dead. He just yeets Shriek off of the fucking bell tower. That would not happen in the other Marvel movies, and stuff like that is where it's much better than the Marvel universe. I'm actually honest to God, I'm not even this is not like a parody or anything. I actually am very excited to see where they go with Morbius, Craven, Venom, potentially Amazing Spider-Man 3. Seems like it could be cool. The only problem with that is that they don't ever mention Spider-Man and they're in New York this time. So the only thing that would make sense is that like when Vulture is in the crack in the sky, that's when he appears and that takes place after the movie and that means Spider-Man would appear after, which is the only way that they could put Andrew Garfield in, but I didn't find this end credit scene and the mid credit scene to be like, oh, how did Adrian Toomes get all of his material? I mean, it could have been like a month, could have been months after he was reassembling his suit, and I mean, he's not a complete idiot. He would be able to find his universal counterparts for people who are, reconnecting and making his suit. He would at least have some knowledge of how it was put together. I mean, obviously not the same one. It is different. It's not the purple green glow. It looks more mechanical. So I'm truly am excited. I'm excited to see where the Sinister Six goes. I'm excited to see where the Venom universe goes. I'm excited to see especially Amazing Spider-Man 3 if gets connected. I think that like I said they need Craven the Hunter. They need that to be the movie where they introduce a Spider-Man of some sort, either if it's a guy and they just say, "Hey Parker," and it's a like a completely different actor. I think that it's good. I don't understand. It did not deserve a 17%, and I think that it's like a complete shame that a sham more than anything else that they're doing that. I think the Eternals was awful. Black Widow was awful. All the other Marvel projects have been pretty much god awful. So yeah, I would say go see it if only if you liked Venom. If you liked Venom, you'll like Morbius. If you liked Venom 2, you'll like Morbius. It was a nice grounded take where they didn't do stupid campy jokes every 5 seconds. They took it seriously. It was a bit outdated, but nothing unentertaining.